And these are the great moves when you immediately go into trend. I mean, that's like, scalp. Scalps. And this is obviously a 90-minute. Let me see something real quick. Beautiful little Bitcoin. You know, we got the new weekly range yesterday. Bounced right off of it. And I was like, this will be interesting. But of course, you know, we get up on top of the daily Laplace 68.3. In the middle of the night, started giving it back. And par for the course. This is what I always tell people. If you're in for I mean, when I actively trade, it's like a ritual. I mean, I'm sure if P-Funk was in here, he could attest to it. I mean, I wake up, I'm ready. I'm watching traditional pre-market. I'm drinking coffee. Might snap a bong hit because it's going to be a little bit of a stressful day. And I know when these traditional markets open up, there's going to be a move on Bitcoin. And lately, it's been a sell-off. I mean, what a no-brainer trade. 260. Yeah, I mean, damn near $900. So, not bad. Got me just quick scalp. Let's see what that looks like on the 5-minute. Yeah, I mean, we're talking a majority of that move because, to be honest, if I got in this move, I'm taking profit right here at the center of this weekly range. Boom, and that's like a quick about $600, $500. Great little scalp. And if we look at SPY, whoops, triple Qs and SPY are doing the same thing. Got the new weekly range. Remember, last week, some good moves in SPY. The charts were totally showing it. We opened up this week. Here's the weekly range right here. Here's the top side, the new daily range. So SPY just went pretty much sideways all day. Inside the 4-hour 68.3 Laplace. Sent some wicks down late in the day. The daily price action volatility range just kept kicking them up. Closed above the top side. There's going to be a very tight range. You're not even going to be able to see the range. They're going to be just piled right on top of each other. SPY is going to trend tomorrow. So, take a look over here. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, definitely setting up a lot of hidden bull div. A lot. The entropy on the 4 hours starting to drop in the trend. Predictor to the top side. Volatility contracting, negatively correlated. Everything's adding up. Fishers look good. Be nice to get this low length. A nice bounce here right off the mean. DLP. Yeah, I mean, little bit of bear div right there. We're talking 4 hour. I think. The daily looking good. Nobody man. I mean, there is hidden bear on the daily. But this entropy is losing trend. But to predictor, it's going to the top side. Negatively correlated, contracting volatility. Yeah, right. And we can look at the charts all day. But we got a crazy economy right now. The markets are just insane. So, that being said, if SPY gets down into this weekly range, in tomorrow, the next day, progressively closing below these levels, these markets are going down. If they find support, and triple Qs look the same. Yep. Here's the new weekly range. I mean, they're dead identical. The new daily, new weekly, because they were in lockstep on Friday, so it makes sense. Back to SPY. Yeah, you'll see some lower numbers if that happens. And if we throw this back on Bitcoin, right? Immediately at the beginning of the day, shot through Bitcoin's weekly range. Found support on the 68.3 Laplace on the daily. And the daily price action volatility range, the S1, that green line. Trying to creep back out of the hole. Yeah, good stuff. These markets are exciting. Glad I'm not actively trading. What is this? Yeah, get the perps. Starting to lose. Let's see. MJ, any good rugs today, buddy?
No rugs today, only profits and good projects.
Me too. Stacking them geese.
That's right.
The goose. Everybody that didn't get the whales when they were around 10. It's probably a good call, not financial advice.
Get out of bad projects, get into good projects.
One project that didn't end up being a rug that MJ got us into. This is interesting read right here. Like how I just transitioned right back into the chart after that. Just boom. Outlier to the top side. Hmm. Remember we were doing, is this on, and this is on the perps. Let me see if it's like this on the on spot. Yeah. I mean, I see some nice wicks down here, but I mean, we're talking when that starts, I mean, it's on the majority of the move here. In the daily. But that's that same one we were talking about, I'm pretty sure. I don't like it. I don't know why the hell it's giving that kind of read. These 2-day and 3-day though, I mean, which we knew. Perfect rejection off that volatility band too. Hidden bear. Not yet on the 3-day, but the Z scores are on the downside. They definitely are. I'll forever be an optimist. Let's go. Turn these markets around. But yeah, sitting on the sidelines, like when I'm actively trading, we're down here on the 15-minute chart talking for an hour. When I'm not trading, I get more seduced by the dark side and start dicking around in these high time frames because I'm not even trading and I'm just like, is this market ever going to turn around? My whales were worth $1 million. What happened? All right. Now they're worth 100 grand. That's the crypto markets for you. Let's see here. MJ tried to rug us. They're holding strong though. Even with all that pressure. Because he is a professional rugger.
I'm going to post something just to remind everybody who the real rugger is.
uh, oh, Imars, you were talking about backgrounds. Yeah, that's why I like this purple. But you're right. Like on all my monitors, I have that the warm setting on. I mean, like I told MJ, there's like a gold glow coming out of every one of my monitors. I've got like all the blue light turned off because that really messes with my eye, which I'm sure messes with your color blindness. Let's see. I never did look at the weekly chart though. I mean, we still got bull div on the weekly. We're trending. Let's see what happens. I want to see this predictor change on the weekly. The volatility too, this is a good thing. It got up, I mean, literally at its peak, like right now, about 97.2. If volatility contracts here, this is a good thing. You'll probably see entropy going back into randomness, and you'll see that predictor flip blue. And the fissures are starting to turn up. And these things are in lockstep. These are from what I've noticed, even like looking on a 1-minute chart, 5-minute chart, when these things lock up and they flip at the same times, because remember, Fisher transforms price into a normal distribution. I don't give a shit about anything related to price, statistically wise. It makes 0 sense. The returns are what make sense. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I mean the weekly's shaping up. People might be saying uh, the opposite of that, but yeah, I don't know. 45 minutes screaming for me. Yeah, what I want to look at. Let's see something real quick. Go back onto the VRE. We're gonna fly around. Throw this on DeFi. Where you at, Solana? I need to throw Solana on the other freaking. Hold on here. How do I do that? Add Sol Perp 2. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Watch list. Off DeFi. Boom. And boom. There you are. Yeah, Solana looks in a lot better shape with its weekly. Nice to see Solana break out here. Look at its weekly. Dun, 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 45 minute. What's a 4 hour look like? Yep. Love it. Love it. God, does Bitcoin not look like? Let me see something real quick. I want Coinbase. Where you at, you jerkus? Yeah. There's some nice bull div on the 4 hour. This kind of bull div, this plays out real nice. I mean, it's on log return Z score, but more importantly, this is beautiful divergence right here on the 4 hour with the RO. I mean, and this is the only time, and I will do this. I don't put trend lines on price action, but I'll damn sure throw it on like the return oscillator, and it's very interesting. It really gives you an idea what's going on with the returns. This could be we could get a nice little pop here. Let me see the 12 hour. Boop, and boop. There was some hidden bull in the 12, but it's the return oscillator is flipping over. Z score is pretty high. Well, I mean, this daily could turn up here on this volatility mean. Be some hidden bull. Get these fishers bouncing off the freaking mean there. And I love the volatility. Looks real good for this thing to turn around. Let's go. Expand. We'll see it on this daily close. If this volatility continues to expand, this baby's going up. You'll see all that. You'll see the returns oscillator turn up, the Fishers probably turn up, the Z-score probably turn up. I mean, there's this. I mean, because these data sets are about the same height, so if anything, just weak bear on the returns or on the log return Z-score. Portland, let's take a peek at this projection. I mean, now we have to remember we still have this projection running on this macro time frame. And there's still a 95.4% chance this data set gets back up in here. Doesn't have to. That's why we have Laplace distribution on freaking Bitcoin, because it's an absolute animal. And this week, I mean, 12.8 is like the 99.7. But you can see, I mean, it's a big range. That's why we love it. And it usually tames it. And when you get those big monster moves, especially on just the current weekly candles, you're going to pull back. That's what's great. You know, when people are buying bottoms or selling bottoms and buying tops, it's because they don't understand. They don't understand the probabilities. Especially it's becoming clear every day about Laplace distribution. Normal's fine, but like I said, I've seen BTC quite a lot of times freaking bust outside the 3SD normal distribution where Laplace, and if it does, it comes back quick. It comes back quick. So that's a hell of a move on a weekly candle. Massive percentage. Let's just for instance this week. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, guys, it's like a 29% move. So here's what's funny though. Let's see. Right? A few weeks ago, 34% move. You got to love Bitcoin. And this is why we use Laplace distribution. It's an absolute just beast. Got another one back here. These are big percentages though. 25, probably 25. Thing flies around. And that's why I love this. You know, I want to know what's going on with these price action volatility ranges. Daily, weekly, monthly. How wide are they? Because it's going to let me know about trend, ranging. How big is the weekly range altogether? The daily. And I'm talking about here is the center of the daily range, the yellow line. This is the full, this is the entire center of the daily, but it also has 3 green lines to the bottom, 3 red lines to the top. That incorporates the entire daily range. Sorry, 4. Jesus, there's the bottom right there. That's the 4th. And so that gives you an idea along with these distribution levels, what kind of range we're dealing with. If this thing's going to trend. Another reason why. Oh, boy. And I've just looked in the chat. He's going to throw me off track here. He did. You dog, you did. Mid-thought, I looked over and saw the wallet. Bilbo rugs. You're over. Woo! No, it's even funnier. I minted some stuff for him, and I was like, "Are you ready for him?" And then I sent him about 6 NFTs that were total garbage instead of the ones I minted for him. All right. So in the entire encompassing of that range, the same thing I do like for. That's why, like the daily, that's why I can keep this chart on the weekly. I don't need to go to the daily. It's on my VRE. It's on my VRE. Like, opened up today, these 2 white crosses. That's a daily 68.3 Laplace. Right? Here's the first standard deviation. Second, third. And then the Laplace distributions and the 99.7 is going to be out of range unless I. There it is. There's the 99.7 down by the 4th standard deviation. It's usually by the 4th. Top side, boy, they're spread apart, but yeah. And remember, I thought we were going to make a run up here to these monthly ranges. Again, it's not out of the question. What do we got? 4 or 5 days? Here's the bottom side. Yep, right here. $52 Solana. I'll take that all day, man. Let's go, Sol. That'd be a nice move. Let's see what Bitcoin is. Coinbase? Yes. I can't remember exactly. It was up around 30, I think. I mean, it's a hell of a bigger move. Holy shit. There it is. Yeah, it's up there at and remember, it was that's a tight monthly range. And man, we just spilled out. So yeah, about 32. Right? Guys, that'd be great, right? $52 Solana, 32K Bitcoin again, breathe some life back in, and then dump it to 10. Let's see here. Want to close above this weekly range today, though. I mean, they're trying, man. So what do? We got to jump over. Is that? Yeah, it's BTC again. Let's throw this baby back on. Let's go down here to the 45 minute. If I'm this late into the intraday trading day with Bitcoin, I'm going to be down. I'm not, I'm on the 45 to get like okay, what's happening here? And literally, we get a bounce here, this thing will pop. That's some nice hidden bull div. If you're just learning divs and you're learning about the zero mean, when you get bounces on the zero mean, you get quick little pumps. I mean, you can go back, you can look. And here was the last low. If we create a low here, boom, boom, right? Higher low, lower low. Bounce off the zero mean. Have a good end of the day. Close above the weekly range. What's the 15-minute say? Z-score is way up high. But you've got some hidden bull. Hidden bull on the Come here. You want in? Come on, dogs. What are you doing? Crazy animals. All right, they've been out all day. They're muddy as shit. Yeah, hidden bull, the fishers, right? When they're like that, it's just uncertain. You want to see these things in lockstep, man. That's when it's really good. That's why I have 4 set up on different lengths. That's how I used to run my RSIs back in the day where I was a total degen and had no fucking clue what I was doing. I managed to piece that together and actually make money. Don't know how. Probably because I take my profit. But yeah, you want to see these in lockstep. Entropy is almost back into it's you can see it just flashing white there a second ago. When that thing's flashing white, it's like, okay, we got a little bit of a move coming. Usually we're going to drop into a little bit of a trend. Volatility just boop, getting a flash right now, positively correlated. Let's get a nice move. And then I'm down here waiting. Let's see. Yeah. And that's what you want to see, right? If you're just waiting for a move, you don't want to come in like right here. You already don't want to be in trend. This is what you want. The predictor's already blue too. This thing starts trending. If this volatility expands, I'll tell you what, if this were to go into trend and we get a move starting, it's telling me it's going to be to the top side. You'll see this correlation break if volatility comes in. Entropy. How many people out there using entropy? Not many, man. People always try to overcomplicate things. There's nothing complicated about it, really. Everybody's always talking about trend. They don't even know what they're talking about. That's a problem. And what indicators are they using to tell them that the market's trending? That's the problem. All right, let's see. Does anybody have any questions? While I quickly do something here. I know Sayron has a question. Or IMARS. Type this real quick. Yes. Please make some virtual trades on AVP. Yeah, let me see here. What was I doing? Da, 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 da. There we go. Yep, I'll pull that chart up here in a second. Yeah, I mean, volatility is a no-brainer. That's you just got to study those tendencies of the volatility. I mean, And we're talking, this is on the 15. Let's see what that move looked like on a 5-minute. Whoops. Yep, right there. Went full expansion. Bam. It's all with the correlation breaks too, man. Right? It just starts. Doesn't matter if it's on the top side, just coming out of significant correlation. When that volatility spiked right there, the correlation broke. And usually when that happens, you're gonna get a good move. And both of them did it. But that's the thing. Can you trade this chart? You can. I'll tell you right now, it would be you've got to really understand the volatility. That's why we give it to people. That's why we give it to people. And also when these deviation bands tighten up, it's literally telling you there's going to be an expansion. You're going to have a move. And even the volatility quality even showed it. Got a nice rejection right there off the MA. Pew! But yeah, you were asking that question. So this is why we start people like right here to learn about the volatility. And if you have like a pro, whatever subscription level you have on TradingView, where you can actually add 3 of these, it behooves you to do that. A 636, a 981, and a 2400. And then when you're on really low time frames like this, even a 1 minute, and all 3 of those are flashing, you're on fucking high alert, man. Your exchange, you're ready. You've already got your order in. You just, right? You're waiting to hit that order book and set your limit order. It's already there. The exchange is ready. You just need to know when to pounce. That's how I set my limit orders. A lot of people think I just like go down, set it. No, I'm waiting because I know usually when moves start, you just drop a little bit below, set your limit, and it's usually you're going to get a little snap back and it's going to fill you, even if you have to chase it just for a little bit. If it gets out of control, I don't chase a runaway trade. Like if it all of a sudden just you get one of those crazy 5-minute candles where it moves $1,000, man, it's just dangerous chasing shit like that. You're probably not going to get a limit order filled and you're going to mark it into a position. And if you're going to pay fees on that and you're trading a lot, that's what say you're trading with 5 Bitcoins. I mean, the fees are ridiculous. Even if they're small percentages, it's still a lot of money. Not if you know what you're doing. It's not at all. Like I said, if you just I could trade using three AVRs. No problem. Because this thing is literally giving you direction. So, yeah. It's good stuff. And then use ALR for the divergence. Big time. I mean, if this move here, you got higher highs, bam, lower, all these are lower highs, you're waiting. You're waiting for a scalp to the downside. I mean, the AVRs were just flashing. The low length's starting to expand, and it's negatively correlated. Starting to expand on the 981, negatively correlated. You know, if I was trading, quite possibly I'd be in that move. I'd want to see and we're talking about like $50, $75, $100, $150, $200 scalps. Quick. Boom. Just take your profit. I'm telling you, when people make a change and just trade like that, it's fucking empowering. You feel like you can't be stopped. When you really learn, when you really see the tendencies of these markets through these indicators, you're just like, what in the hell have I been doing? But I'm not saying that's going to happen quick. It takes a while. This is the first step. If you've got an account where you can add more indicators, right? Even if you can just put another one over here. Take these 2 off. Just use a third set. And yeah. Because it's not. When you get good with volatility, it's all you need. That's where anybody that knows anything that's literally talking about volatility out there, bless their heart. At least they're talking about volatility and not volume, which is absolutely useless. They truly don't understand it because they're not correlating it to price action. That's where they get lost for whatever reason. And there's people in big shops that have been trading options, and they'll tell you percentile is ridiculous. It's all about just historical volatility. Oh yeah, well our grade, right? It's historical volatility and implied volatility put together. Then you run that on top of the AVP, and you correlate it to price action for direction. And if you run three different lengths, it's powerful. Here's how powerful it is. Bring me any trader from that trades traditional TA and says they scalp like the 5-minute chart. I'll use three AVPs with my 3 Pearson correlation. They can use whatever they want. That's how confident I am in just trading volatility. Because I know every move I'm going to get in, I'm going to, and we're talking P&L. I don't care how much money I want. This is going to be all about P&L. Because I know I take my profit and I limit my loss if the thing turns around. Or if it's starting to turn around, I will take a little bit of profit. I don't lose much. Yeah, like whatever MJ's saying, he's usually on. But it's to get your feet wet. It's $10 just to get in the Discord. These indicators are like thrown on top like icing on the cake. We have to have a paywall. You wouldn't believe the trolls out there that love to come mess with us. All right. But they'll never take me up on my offer to trade. Right. Get an escrow, throw a Bitcoin in there. Let's have a trading competition. Me and you. Let's go. And it's always crickets. It always has been. I always shut people down. It's ridiculous. I hate when trolls come in and say we don't know what we're doing. It drives me absolutely insane because they're coming from the echo chamber. And they come in packs. Hell, man, they come into the shallows. They come into our waiting room, and they were just busting all kinds of gay porn one time and shit. I mean, they're a handful, man. Woo, shit. Lord help me. So the $10 a month is to come into Discord, meet everybody, see all the charts that are being posted, and then we throw you these indicators to start learning about volatility. But obviously, when you're ready to go to the markets and really applying this stuff, I highly recommend. That's what this is for. Then you move to the next level and you get the Pro Trader package. It's a no-brainer. But until then, I would set up a third AVR or AVP in Pearson and then just paper trade it for a while on the 5-minute.
Look, when we first started this, and this is all we had, we were thrilled.
So real.
We were thrilled. We were like, holy crap, man, this is great. We could actually trade with this stuff.
Yep. But yeah, and so we set up this little free chart to give people that want to pay to just get access to the Discord. Because as you've seen already, I'm telling you, there's probably, I don't know, 60, 70 people, I think now, but there's probably maybe 15 that actually interact, 20, but there are so many lurkers. It's incredible. He's probably listening to me now. He just comes out of the woodwork and finally upgrades to the package. Been watching in the background, seeing the shit go down. People that get it. And it's awesome. And they do find us. Just one at a time, right? You never know who it's going to be. It's great. That's why we don't shill. We don't advertise. I mean, there's no reason to. It's infinite liquidity for our trades. I want to help every retail trader out there. But you can bring a horse to water. You can't make him drink. And in this case, they are in a cult. It literally is a cult. Go into those trading discords and look at these goofies drawing pictures on their charts and all arguing about this is better than that. And it's just like, oh man, you guys are just so jacked. Where we're all using the same stuff, all based on the same philosophy. How to attack this market. We're sharks. When you're trading low time frame volatility, it's a shark tank. There's no doubt about it. You will get skinned alive in there. If you are not using return-based indicators, the distribution, volatility, entropy, how the hell do these people know when things are trending? I could trade using just the entropy probably. But I paint a picture with everything. When I'm going full speed, I'm trying to squeeze every bit of juice out of it usually. But then old habits kick in and I'm just taking little profits. Boom. Chugging away. Reaping the rewards. Even if it's just 10 trades a day and they were $100 a pop. If you're trading with a few Bitcoin, even one Bitcoin, you made $1,000 that day. It's ridiculous. Sitting at home in your freaking rabbit fur jockstrap, doing whatever. I don't know. I set a new mailbox post today. Let's see. But you saw, that little 5-minute move, right? That I would have got into. Easy scalp. It's $50 all day. It was even better. Let me see. Because, yeah, I was entering, it's probably about 75. That was like a $110 move. If you're just trying to nail $100 scalp, or let me see something real quick, too. Let's go over to the VRE. Boom. Right off the 4-hour, 68.3. Perfect wick to it. There are all these rejections off top side of the weekly range on the 5 minutes, just leaking. Few bounces off the center of the weekly, little dump down to the 4-hour. Boop. But if you're in that move, what a great play. Front run that 68.3 on the 4-hour, you're all over your $50 to $75 scalp in fucking 7 minutes or something. That's what's crazy. They're quick trades. You're in and out. It's great. And after a while doing that, you're so good with your exchange. You literally, it's like second nature, because that's the biggest problem. People think that just you got to learn how to read the indicators to be able to trade. Dude, you don't have a bot running a program for you. You got to literally put these trades in. You got to know how to work the exchange. That's a whole art in itself, being quick. If you're down here trading these low time frames and you ate like lead paint chips as a kid, or you're still eating glue sticks or whatever, good luck. Because you got to be quick. Real quick. Like I said, I never put my orders in. I don't want this exchange understanding what I'm doing until I'm doing it. That's why I slam my limit orders in. I've been targeted before where my limit orders would get front ran every time unless I just slammed them in right at the last minute. Then I get a little pullback, boom, get it filled, go for the ride. That's what's great about volatility and correlation and entropy. Where traditional TA just doesn't cut the cake. You got these indicators. Hey man, that line just turned. It's time to enter. Fucking wow. You might as well be throwing darts at a dartboard and just, if the trade turns against you, get out. If it goes in your direction, take $50, $7,500 profit. And I'm dead serious. Throw darts at a dartboard. Red go long, black go short. And if you just get immediately out of the trade, just lose a tiny bit of money and then take quick profits when you're 50-50. You got a 50-50 chance. That's what I'd rather have these people do than actually think think that the indicators they're looking at is telling them something about the market when it's clearly not when you understand it. It's insane that it's being pushed on the masses too. Once you understand all this, you sit back and you just go, holy shit, typical. Look how fucking crazy the world is. That's what I tell people. You don't think this could be just some industry-wide scam to just fleece all this liquidity from all the, the retail traders, the peasants, whatever they want to call us? Yeah, it's insane, man. It's insane.
I add this. Before we had these tools and understood volatility, you would look at the charts and you'd wonder, well, why is this happening? This whatever just happened or is happening at the time. Why? And you never had an answer. You always thought, well, it's because of the lines that are drawn on the screen, right? It's because of the moving averages. I don't know. But they never really worked. They only work sometimes. And so you're just sitting there going, gosh, after a while you're like, man, why is this stuff what am I missing? And so you're constantly searching for the next thing that's going to help you understand. Once you understand volatility, you look at the screen completely different and you go, now I know why what is happening on the screen is happening. That's why it bounced there. That's why this move happened. That's why it's trending here. You understand what is going on as opposed to just looking at the screen and guessing and listening to everybody and their brother who are talking about different stupid things that have nothing to do with math or any sophisticated math, let's put it that way. And you just sit there and wonder, and you're just hoping that someday you kind of get this. That's not what happens here. Here you understand. You understand it's all about the math. And it's all about the volatility, which is defined as the standard deviation of returns. We use a couple of models that have this statistical math in it, and that's it. That's what the markets use. That's what these bots use. That's what all of these high-frequency trading firms use. It's just what they use. So why the hell would you want to use something that they're not using? It just is so simple after a while. Like now it's just, I look back, it's laughable at the things I used to think about when I looked at these screens. It's not confusing anymore. I know exactly why things are happening. I'm not saying I can absolutely 100% predict what's going to happen, but I know what's happening. And I know where there's good places to place trades and where there's good places to take profits. And that's the whole point of this.
I mean, we even taught the office guy how to trade.
The concrete salesman.
I mean, for a guy that can look at a magical internet JPEG and say, hey, guys, 100x, and the next day it's worth a nickel, that was some high level shit right there. MJ was just spitting.
I'll get you back later.
No, that was great. You were rolling. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and trust me, if I can learn this stuff, anybody can learn it. I'm not gonna lie. It takes a lot. Everybody learns differently. Everyone consumes information and has different amounts of time that they can study and work with this stuff. But if you take the time and apply what we're teaching and you do your own study, we can't do it for you. It's a personal thing. You have to dedicate yourself to it. But if you do, it will click at some point and you're going to go, holy shit, where has this been all my life?
Yeah.
So.
For sure. For sure. The biggest thing that people do, they don't give it enough time. They don't give it a chance. And that's why we just say, hey, come in. Because it might not be for them. They don't see it, boom. We get a lot of people just come and go, which is fine. The ones that actually see something and understand you got to put in some work. And it's just not going to be, hey, YouTube Jimmy said when that line turns up, I should go long. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy good. Good stuff from MJ, as always. He's totally correct. Yeah, it just takes time. Really does. Some faster than others. Some faster than others. I mean, for crying out loud, freaking P-Funk came in charging. But he'll tell you pretty much as soon as he came in, he was like, where the hell has this been my whole life? He understood it all immediately, which is good. But he's been trading the markets. He's been market making for a long time. Let's see here. But our dream one day is to have like 50, 75, 100 people in these streams. Everybody talking about volatility. Sharing. And we are going to come out with a lifetime subscription, right? We're not going to beat people up. We want people to be able to, hey man, if you understood how much of a pain in the ass it is to just like every time you got to give new permissions for all the indicators, you'd be like, hey, can we get like a lifetime subscription so we never have to do this again? That's what we want. So we're still figuring it out. But we're definitely going to do that. And it's something that you're just going to continue. Anything in the future, you're just going to get. Plus what we already have, which is probably too much, to be honest, but hell, that's what we like to do. Here, check this out. Look what these guys have been doing. And if you understood how in what a short period of time they've done all this, it's ridiculous. And that's why we're just flabbergasted. That's a good word. On how all this came together. Van will just pop in every once in a while. Hey, check this out. It's like, oh, here we go. He'll have a whole page of new indicators. There's a couple right now that I still don't even understand. We need a break for a while. But these upgrades that Donnie's doing to these indicators is fantastic. Got something coming for the AVR too. Beautiful. Just to slim it down. So now I don't have to use the A2 on top. Pure entropy. Such a rush. Mainline it. It's good. Okay. You see what I have this length on. Yep, 636. You can 525, 416. There'll come a point though where sometimes it gets a little much, but I'm telling you, if you're down here on the 5 minute, you flip that baby on like a the 525 setting, and you'll see volatility crashing a lot more, right? And that's what these indicators are all about. You open up the settings and they're very intimidating. They're very intimidating. Give it time. If you are using them, just give it time. Tweak with them with the settings. If you're using the volatility lengths, I recommend using square roots. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want, but there is a reason. Let's see here. Yes, Aaron. He is a Chad. The Alpha Trading Enforcer. I know that. Oh, it's 6. My God, that hour went fast. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be wrapping this up. I think MJ just talked a whole hour away. It's all good. I'm glad you guys are showing up, and I see some of the same people. I love it. Good stuff. I'm glad you guys are definitely listening. And I know I'm not in the chat a lot. I've been trying to. Last few days I've been trying to come in a little bit. But yeah. You got Yasha and Warlord, and my God, those guys are enough. And go in there and look at all the charts and just go, my God, overload. But yeah, if you ever want to ask me questions, DM me. This is the only server where my DMs are open. So yeah, just DM me. Ask me a question, because sometimes I won't catch your if you just tag me in the chat. I'm probably off fucking trying to recuperate from some of MJ's rugs.
Easy, buddy. Easy. Those rugs go both ways.
We'll never know the truth. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you guys.